Hey guys, I'm going to wait. Little technical difficulties. I'm in a different location. Lighting is a little bit different. I am in South Haven, and tonight I'm going solo. You guys can probably hear the kids in the other room. They're watching Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler, and so they are cracking up. So I don't have my computer today, so I can't see comments coming up as quickly. So if you guys are there, throw up some hearts and likes, and it might be just taking a little bit longer for me to get some feedback from you guys on what's going on. So if you guys can be patient tonight, okay, I see somebody's out there. So if you guys can be patient with me tonight as we're going through this, as far as doing the changing of colors and everything. So first thing I wanted to mention, I don't know how the lighting is for you guys, but I did want to tell you today, oh hi Heather, what I wanted to show you today is today I am not wearing any foundation at all. I very rarely ever go without wearing foundation, but since we're on vacation, I didn't feel like doing a full makeup while we're here, and so I used our color correcting tinted moisturizer in medium, and I think that I got a fantastic coverage with just the color correcting foundation, or not foundation, but the color correcting moisturizer. I'm very pleased with the way that it turned out, and I almost think I don't even need foundation with this. So I was really happy with that. And then I just used a little bit of bronzing powder to kind of give me a little bit of cheek, and of course mascara. And that is all, other than my eyebrows, of course, that I used today. I didn't do a full makeup, and I feel fine. So anyways, I really like their color correcting tinted moisturizer, and that's what I did today. So Cassandra, hi, and Heather. So I also have Plum Pretty on today, and it's been on for quite a while, so you can see it's kind of worn on my waterline. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started and taking off. And while I'm doing that, are there any colors that you guys would like to see going on? And Leah, she had to leave this morning because she worked today. So she was with us. She came up Saturday with us, and she came up and stayed. So she stayed Saturday and she stayed Sunday with us. And then she went home this morning. So if you guys have a color that you'd like to see, I'll get this off here in a second. And again, sorry about the lighting. There's several light bulbs out here, and the utility closet that we usually can get in is closed off, so can't get in to get light bulbs. And I don't feel like going and buying a light bulb for the house. So yeah, we got here on Saturday. Okay, salmon. Yeah, I think, yep, I do have salmon. Now, I will tell you, Heather, salmon is one of the colors for me and my skin. I may not get it to be able to bond to my lips. It was one of the colors that I have some difficulty with. And so we'll try it. We'll see if it'll go on with me and stay. Sometimes with the deep oranges, for some reason, my lips just repel some of the oranges. So I'll try it. I haven't used it in a long time, but we'll see. It's a pretty color. I love it, but my lips don't love it. So sometimes there are certain colors that you'll find that will bond better to your lips than others. And I know that several of you guys have been on here, but again, we'll go through the spiel. In case there are some newbies on here that don't know anything about the product or how it's applied or anything about the whole, I guess, process. So again, Lip Sense is not your standard lipstick. It's not a lip stain. It is a lip color that molecularly bonds to your lips. It's kind of like a hair dye. It's a semi-permanent color. It does the same thing what hair dye does to your hair shaft. It bonds to your shaft, it bonds to your skin. So your hair and your skin are very similar to each other. And you do need a remover to remove it from your lips. It doesn't obviously stay on your lips like it does in your hair. but it's the same type of a process. So you do need the remover to remove it, to get it off. You apply LipSense in 3 coats, and because of that, the best thing I think about LipSense is because you can apply it in 3 layers, you can come up with gazillions of colors. And I think we talked about this last week. Because there's 36 colors, you can layer it in 36 colors in 36 different ways, 36 different times, and you can come up with, I'm going to get this number right this time, 46,656 different colors. Over 127 years of color every single day. So it's a big number that maybe I got wrong again, but it's bigger than we can imagine. So you will never run out of color options ever. And if you're like me, like I said last week, I love change. I like to do something every single week. I know you guys are laughing at me because I can't keep those minute little numbers in my head. I just know it's a big number. So big that it's not even important because I'm not going to live for 127 years. so I'm going to go ahead. What's that, honey? Yeah, Evan said with modern medicine, you never know. Maybe I will live 127 years. I suppose if they could reconstruct a colon to put in my body, perhaps I could. So, perhaps I could. So, anyways. So, yes, I can taste this now. I think we've done some removals with the oops, and so I've let it sit on my lips now. Mushing it all together and tasting it, which Heather, you probably have done this. It tastes crappy, but it works good. So let's see. Yeah, Evan's sitting. He's in the bed. There's a bedroom right behind me, and he's in there eavesdropping. I should have him come out here. And do this with me. What do you say? Should I get some thumbs up and some hearts to have him come out here and do it since his girlfriend is gone?
I don't know. I feel like I need a bribe for that.
Oh, a bribe. What kind of a bribe?
Monetary.
A monetary bribe? How much should I give him for a bribe for that? How much do you think it's worth, girls? To get him to come out and put lipstick on. How much do you think that's worth?
Especially with my sores.
Oh, we're getting some thumbs up and stuff.
Make sure to tell him
Oh, he's got some canker sores too, so tell him to find a, oh yeah, you too, yeah, Cassandra needs a cure too. So, okay, so I've got all the LipSense out. $5, Heather says. Will that work, $5? Okay, so we're gonna go first coat of salmon. Now salmon is a warm matte color, and so we're gonna go in here with a warm matte, and she says 10. Will 10 work for you?
My dignity isn't sold that cheaply.
Did you hear that? He said his dignity is not sold that cheaply. And Cassandra said, because you love your mama. Okay, so it's going to get a little bit more difficulty for me to talk here in a second. So I'm going to go in with salmon here. Yes, he is. He is a character, isn't he? Okay, so here we go. Ooh, I do have a little plum pretty on, but I'm not enough to care. I really like the color of this, Heather. I just let it stay down my lips. And I'm going to outline too. One thing I forgot to tell you, Heather, about that orchid gloss, or maybe I did, that the tinted glosses, they do transfer because they don't bond to your lips. So you might have a little bit of pink transfer from your gloss. So your color is not transferring from your Praline Rose, but your color from your gloss. You might have a little bit of pink from your orchid that's transferring off on your cup. So if you're seeing that color, it's from your gloss, not from your color. And I forgot to mention that in your card the other day. And I get a line. He's the only one of my boys who has not done this, by the way. All three of the other ones have.
Because they're willing to emasculate themselves for art.
He said they're willing to emasculate themselves for money. He is cracking me up. Okay.
Still want to know how they did that.
All right, so let's see. So Kelsey, so on hers, it was here. It tastes funny, yeah. Is that? No, it does taste a little bit funny. If she's not well, I guess maybe it does taste funny because it tastes funny to me too. I'm on meds too, so maybe it tastes funny to us. Heather, does it taste funny to you? I don't know if you're on a lot of meds or not, but Cassandra and I are, and it does taste a little funny. So is that a yes? It tastes funny to you? Because Cassandra and I do take quite a few meds, so
That's an understatement.
yeah, an understatement, yeah. So it could, Cassandra. We're just a little bit more sensitive because of our immune systems to the flavors and everything. We're just sensitive to everything, so it could be a little bit because of that. And Kelsey just may not be sensitive to smells and touches. There's just certain people that aren't as sensitive to things as others. So it just could be because of that. And it could have been the particular color. Each color or different botanicals and different ones may affect you a little bit differently. You may find that there are certain colors that you can wear and certain colors that you might not be able to wear. There are a few colors that I can't wear just because of the botanicals that are in it. So, and you'll find that out, and if that happens, then we'll just swap you out with something different. So, okay, so this is salmon. So I've got one color, let's see, it tastes awful putting it on, but after it dries, yeah, yep, I agree with that. So I've got one coat of salmon, so I can do another coat of salmon, or I can do another coat of something else. So I've got one coat of salmon, or we can do two something else. So one for salmon or a two for something else. So see now, Heather, with the Orchid Gloss, I notice a taste with the Orchid Gloss and you're not tasting it. So that's, so I'm more sensitive to the orchid than you are. So, okay, so two, we're gonna do something else. So just need an idea. So what color would you like to see over the top of salmon? This is pretty. I like this. And it did decide to stay this time. Huh, go figure. Pomegranate. Ooh, pomegranate. Pomegranate's nice. I like pomegranate. Pomegranate is a cool, and it is a shimmer, and it is very, very pretty. It's on the orange side as well. These are going to be pretty together, Heather. I'm pretty confident because salmon is on the, salmon is kind of a coral color, which surprises me that they came out with that corallina, because I would think that corallina is very, very similar to salmon. If I swatched them on the back of my hands, I would almost say that you wouldn't be able to tell much of a difference between corallina and salmon, other than I think maybe corallina is on the cool side and salmon's on the warm side. So second coat, we're gonna do Pomegranate. And Pomegranate is a shimmer. I haven't put this on in a long time. It's really pretty though. And I need to get, because this one's not mine, get some tester wands. Yeah, so with the Orchid Gloss, I love the Orchid Gloss, how pretty it is, because it's pink and then it has this really blue iridescent in it. And it doesn't have the grittiness in it like the Bougainvillea does. It's just got a really nice blue iridescence in it. But it does have a flavor to it that I taste. I just try not to lick my lips. And you'll notice too, I don't know if you've experienced this yet, Heather, but try and pay attention to how much you lick your lips now, because that'll break down your color. That was one of the things that when I started wearing the product that I had to, it was a bad habit I had to break, was how much I licked my lips. I didn't realize how bad of a habit that I had at that. And the reason that you've developed that habit over the course of time is because of the different types of wax type products that you've used on your lips, which actually trap the moisture in, and they're actually more drying to your lips than they are moisturizing. So your lips are always feeling like they're dried out, and so of course you're licking them all the time to try and keep them moist, and it becomes this big vicious cycle. And so I was really surprised, and I still catch myself now and again, but not nearly as much as I used to. So here goes Pomegranate. This is really pretty. Can you see this? I think it turned out really nice. Ellen, did you go out to get ice cream? No. Are you going with them? Oh, I thought they did. Okay. Okay. So this is the, a little tacky still, the pomegranate over the top of the sand, and it just added a little bit more orange and a little bit of shimmer to it. I can't talk because I'm a little tacky. So got a little tackiness to it. So it just kind of, it just added a little bit more depth and a little bit of shimmer. So let's see. What is the trick to lining? The trick to lining is you're gonna see how the tip, your wand, even the wand that's in your thingy here, it's the same type of tip. Your wand like this, after you've gone through, you want to clean off enough, but you want it to, you don't want to have a blob on the thing, but you want to tip it so that your edge is down, and then you just kind of just edge right around, just go right around and line it with the tip. And you don't even need a lip liner then. Now you have a lip liner right with your tube. And then also, if you're, I'm going to show you a little trick too, and Heather, you'll like this. If you get to a point where your little top thingy here, I'm going to show you right now while I'm thinking of it, because I don't think my video on YouTube ever made it. If you ever get to a point where this little tip goes bad, or it starts to get real fuzzy, or it's gotten to the point where it's just icky and it's not working real well, and you've got one of these tester wands, or you need some of these tester wands, just let me know. You can pop this puppy off. Maybe. It's not supposed to be that hard. Okay. I need Hercules here. It's not supposed to be this hard. Okay. there. I popped that top off, and then you just take the top off of the tester wand and you just put it right in of your wand, and then you have a brand new wand with a nice clean edge. So you have a new dabber. So there are some of these, there's some of these that come with like a cloth tip on it, and it's really fuzzy even when you get a brand new one. And so I just changed the tips right away, because the cloth ones, they're almost like they have a dishcloth kind of fuzzy on them. They make a mess, and so I just change it out right away. So tip of the day. Okay, so we've got salmon, and then we've got pomegranate. So I can do a salmon again, or a pomegranate, or I can go with a third color and do a new layer. So we've got salmon, pomegranate, or 3 for a new color. So I think this is looking pretty, actually. So 2, I'm gonna do Bella. All right, so Bella. Okay, so Bella is a neutral. Okay, I knew what you meant. So Bella is a neutral, and Bella is a matte color. So let's see what happens here. Got quiet in there. I think maybe their movie's over. Maybe. Have you guys ever seen Jack and Jill? Excuse me. We went to this Italian place for lunch, and oh my gosh, their serving sizes are ginormous. I think we're gonna have leftovers for the rest of the week. Okay, so third coat, we're going to, oh, it's funny, Cassandra. It's got Adam Sandler in it. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh, I don't care for Adam Sandler that much, but this movie cracks me up. Oh my gosh, he's funny in it. And the kids just crack. I think I laugh more at the kids cracking up than I do at the movie. Okay, so we talked about the fuzzy tips. This particular wand has one of those fuzzy tips that I was telling you about. And see how much nasty, how the color kind of goops up on it because of the nasty tip on it. This would be a wand that I would replace if this was my applicator, but because it's a test applicator, I'm not going to worry about it because I'll just use a tester wand. But that's like the cloth applicators that if I got one of those for my own personal, then I would replace that. And then Cassandra, was it you that was asking me about the lip volumizer? I've had like 3 people ask me this week about lip volumizer. Was it you that was asking me about that? I can't remember who was asking. I had one of my mom's friend was asking me, and then somebody else was asking me this week also. Okay, so my lips right now are much more full than they've ever been. Now I had pretty decent sized lips to begin with, but the fullness of them, they are, you know, they're not super full. I mean, I'm not all lips, but I mean, they're a good size. I mean, I have to use quite a bit to cover both, you know, I have to go back 3 times to cover my lips, but I'm happy with the size of them, how they feel. You like that one? I like how they feel. And they're not cracking and splitting, and they actually have a defined like ridge line, I guess is the way to explain it. You know, before you really couldn't feel that, you couldn't really see a defined ridge. Does that make sense? A defined ridge line, and now there's a defined line. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Bella. Hi, Kate. So now I'm going to go ahead and put Bella over the top of this. on. Because this is matte, it dries really quickly over the top of it. And so I don't want to drag it. So I'm going to do another one. Thanks, Kate. We're having such a good time. I can't believe it's already been 2 days. It goes so fast when you're having such a nice time. The kids are at such a great age. They can, we can let them go into town if they want. We can let them go down to the beach if they want. They can walk ahead of us without us having to try and keep track of 5 kids. I remember when we first started coming down here and they were so young, and trying to keep track of all 5 of them was like herding cats. And it was more stressful. We came down here Saturday, and we'll be here until Saturday. And it's just, this is the second year we've rented this house. And it is probably a godsend because it's a good sized house for us now. With the ages and sizes of the boys. I think I had to do that a little bit. I'm gonna do my aligning. The other house was a 2-bedroom house, and it worked great when they were smaller. We could put 3 of the boys in a queen size bed, and we had a twin bed for one of the boys and a twin for Chelsea, and it was a 2-bedroom house. But now trying to put 3 boys that are 16, 17, 18, and 19 in a twin or in a full size bed, that won't work so good. And we actually brought Caesar this year. Can you believe it? Woo-hoo. I don't know who's crazier. We actually brought Caesar. I gotta do another. That Bella's drying fast. Wow. Almost done here, girls. Yeah, I was bummed Leah had to go today. She had to work at noon. She was bummed too. She really has a good time. We dyed her hair last night. I think it was last night. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for just a second. Now, okay, I've got several glosses here. Yes, Caesar, well, it's not that he's challenging per se, he's just very busy. And he's bigger. He thinks he's a puppy. Well, he thinks he's small, and he's not. So, okay. I don't know where I put my glossy gloss. Well, right now, since I can't find my glossy gloss, I have Orchid, and I have Opal, and I have Sand, and I have Bougainvillea. And I'm sure I have a glossy gloss somewhere that I can run and find. So I can either grab my glossy gloss, I think it's over there, or I can try one of these other glosses. So I'm gonna go grab my glossy real quick, and if you want something other than glossy, sand gloss, we will do that. That works fine with me. Sand gloss. Now, talking about taste, sand gloss is my very favorite gloss, and I actually like the taste of it, so I end up licking my lips. Kind of tastes like butter. It's good. So it's probably.
We all know you like butter, Mom.
And Evan says, and we all know you like butter. Yeah. I like sand gloss.
You know what I like, Mom?
Huh?
Chex Mix.
Oh, he wants me to make Chex Mix. I know. I know. Well, you're kind of busy today. Okay. Of the glosses, not counting Glossy Gloss, of my favorites, Sand Gloss is my first, Bougainvillea is my second, Orchid's my third, and Opal's my fourth. Well, I guess I would say that Bougainvillea and Opal run neck and neck, and then Orchid. Because I like Bougainvillea and Orchid on like a day that I'm not going to wear any lip color at all. Like regular lip color. Ah, that was a lot. Oh yeah, you know what Cassandra said to you? You might have gotten Chex Mix if you would have done your lips. And he's laughing. Okay. So,
I'm not laughing, I'm crying.
yeah, he's got a huge canker sore. I feel so bad for him. He gets them all the time. I'm sure it's the IBD. So, there we go. That turned out pretty good. I like that. We're going to have to name this one. This one turned out good. What do you think? This was the first coat was salmon, which was a matte cool or a matte warm color.
I like salmon.
And then the second coat was pomegranate, and that was a cool shimmer. And then we topped it off with Bella, which was a warm neutral. And then, of course, we finished that up with a sand gloss. And I think that it turned out really nice. I think that this would be a color that I would be comfortable wearing, like just as a normal daily kind of hang out, go shopping. This is a nice neutral color that, you know, I think this would be a good, like even if, you know, if I was still working, a nice daytime color to wear. What do you think? So, yeah, I think this is a nice neutral color. Good choices. How close in color are Bougainvillea and Opal? Oh, Bougainvillea and Opal are way different. This is Bougainvillea. This one is red. It's got a little bit of shimmery gold in it. And then Opal is obviously white. But what I love about this Opal is I wish you could see it. It's got this bluish pink iridescence to it. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it shimmering, but it's got this really pretty shimmering blue pink iridescent to it. It's really, really, really pretty. So you like this one, Heather? I have one salmon in stock, and I think I've got 2 pomegranate, and I've got, I think, just 1 Bella at home, but they're all at home, and I won't be back until next week. You want to see oh, you saw the shimmer? Yeah. I don't know if you could see the pinkish blue tint to it. And then here's the Bougainvillea right next to it. And then I'll do the Orchid. To me doesn't give as much color though. But the Orchid, now you're gonna see the Orchid is just like the Opal, except it's got pink. It's pink versus the white, but it's got that blue iridescent in it. And so that's why I like the Orchid, because you get that same iridescent, but you get it with the pink. So that's what I like about the Orchid, is you get that really pretty iridescent. See, oh, you can see it kind of through the monitor. You can see that blue iridescent in it. So the glosses, they all have a little bit of difference. And then the sand really, I mean, it just has a shimmer to it. It's a tan shimmer. and that's why I love the sand. And I like that the sand doesn't have a taste that I kind of like the taste of it. So there you go. And like I said, today, this was a stretch for me. I don't hardly ever go out of the house without foundation. And instead today I went out with the Color Correcting Tinted Moisturizer, which is they have medium and light. And other than my shiny forehead right now, I think it worked great. I think the coverage was good. And just mascara, and of course my eyebrows. I did do my eyebrows because I think you should always, if I'm going to give any kind of makeup tip to anybody, you should always put your lips on, and you should always do your brows, and at least put mascara on, because this is going to frame your face. If you at least do your brows and your eyelid, or you don't have to wear eyeshadow or anything. You don't have to go out of your way. But if you just powder you don't have to go bold like I do, but if you powder your brows and put some mascara on and even just some lip gloss, you've framed your face and you're great. You can walk out and not worry, you know, you've framed your face and it looks great. So nice and easy. So anyways, so that's my tips of the day. So thanks, ladies. And what's my question today? What was my question? I was going to think of a question. What, oh goodness. What is the movie that my kids are watching right now? And then you guys can put that in the comments. So, I mean, you don't have to put it, I mean, you don't have to respond to it right now, but put that in the comments and I will scroll through, and then I will do a drawing a little bit later. And then I will talk with you guys next Monday. And then also, Kate and Cassandra, I don't know if you saw the giveaway requirements on the group. It's only available in the group. So if you saw the giveaway, I'm doing a drawing for a giveaway for 4 months of free color. So in September, October, November, December, free color for a giveaway. And there's just a couple simple requirements in there to get entered into the drawing. And you guys just do those simple things, and then if you have a couple friends that you've added and you've told about it, they can enter the drawing too. So if you've got friends that are interested in trying it out, they can immediately get entered into the drawing if they're interested. So, I mean, it's a great way for your friends if they're, you know, they want to learn more about it, and then automatically they can get thrown into the drawing too. So, I mean, it's a great way to just possibly get $100 worth of free product right off the start. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know about that, and we will see you next Monday. Leo will be back, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of this, put it in the comments, and then put it up for naming and for the poll. So thank you so much. I appreciate, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my vacation. Bye.